Rolling in five, four, three, two, one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the last episode of Lockdown Stories featuring Santhosh. So, first of all, even before I tell anything else, I get a lot of criticism for not introducing the guest. So, please, let's have an introduction from the guest himself.
Hi Akarsh, hi everybody who are watching Akarsh's vlog on YouTube and other platforms. To introduce briefly, I'm Akarsh's neighbor in his native place, and currently I am in Bangalore. So I think we can call him as study buddies, though I am very elder to him,
Yes, yes.
and he's my
Very,
sister.
very elder.
No,
I
just eight
think
years.
this is the reason why we didn't connect that much during the times that you were here, because I think there was that age gap that we didn't click together.
Yeah, probably. I mean, we were just waving at each other and probably not much interaction.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
because
used to
me and
stay.
Chaitra were school friends, and a lot of that happened. But we both, like, we never got that opportunity to, like the way we talk right now after these times. That
Correct.
wasn't
Yeah.
there
In
previously,
fact,
I
I
guess.
had that with my sister during the initial, years of her. I had my cousins and my friends, but
Correct.
she was very young. Uh, I was in high school or primary school or high school, and she was very young to gel up. But over the time, after I came to college or she came to college, we have become very friends. So probably uh, when you cross the age of being 18 or
Correct.
something, we can have a match of our thoughts. So other answer that. So we
Correct.
start getting
Exactly.
getting connected.
Yes.
So that's the thing. You're my sister's classmate, and I think she studied till class 2 or 3 in Chikpalapur.
Three, I
Then
guess.
she
Third.
came
Yeah.
back to Bangalore. Yeah. So other than that, we are very good neighbors, family, friends
Yes.
from long, long, long time in
Yeah.
Chikpalapur.
Yeah. Even before I was born, I guess, because
Yes,
my
yes,
grandpa and his grandpa are very close friends.
yes, and I think even your grandpa's brother,
Yes. Yes.
Kumar
Yes.
Shankar.
Yes.
So pretty much we know
Yeah.
the whole family, and they all know me from childhood, all their family, and have.
Santosh Anna was like this too intelligent kind of guy, who everyone looked up to during those times.
I don't know about that, but I like being around you, your cousins Prajwal, Pravalika. Yeah, so I
I think
think I had a lot of
Prajwal,
fun
whenever he
time
came
with
to
them.
during the summer vacation time, you both used to play together, I guess.
Yes, yes, yeah. I used to have a good time with him. He was very fun to be in, and I have not seen him for more than 15 years
Yes,
probably.
I guess we should all meet up
My
sometime.
mom saw him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My mom visited their place, and he has grown so tall. So I saw
Yeah,
some video.
yeah. So,
Probably I
okay,
can
to
get.
give a light this thing of who's going out of the situation here, Prajwal is none other than Maya by himself. Because
Okay,
through my vlogs, Prajwal is a bit of unknown term. Maya Bai is very popular kind of term.
Maya Bai. Okay, I can call him as Maya Bai too because he was coming, once in a blue moon to Chikballapur, and
Yeah.
yeah, so we used to vanish. Yeah,
So, okay, to
great.
give a
So
light of story that as Santosh was telling of how the match, how we matched together after this gap that we had. It was during the lockdown stories video again. I think it was episode 2 featuring Deepa. It was, I think, 4 days past that I posted that video on the lockdown. I saw a comment on YouTube Studio. I still remember that day. It was late in the night. I saw the comment at somewhere around 11:30 or 12ish in the night. It said something about Yani, and that's where it hit me, because Yani, the musician, only few people enjoy him. At least now, only a few people know him, and I was very interested in this person who commented, because until then I didn't know that it was you. So I was like, who is this
okay,
person who clicked this? And I'm like, interesting comment, and I'm like, I've just read it, and then I was just going through, and finally, after we talked on Instagram, I came to know that it was you. I then was like, whoa, and then that's how we started talking, and ham radio happened, which we're gonna talk about in a little while, and all that
sure.
happened. And in the 10th episode, we have himself.
Well, it's a pleasure to be on your vlog, and also someone from my city, my place, who is so much tech savvy. No offense to anybody else, but have seen my generation, and it's nice to see Akash doing so many things which we try to do, but well, because of time issue and other things, family, we don't do it. But I am very happy that you know a person from my place is doing such a thing, and yeah, he has good dreams. So I'm always happy about him and for him. Yeah, Yanni and music. I think there was a complaint
Yes.
from your mom long back when I was in high school. I used to put loud music,
Yes, yes,
Enigma, and
yes, 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 yes. Enigma. I still remember Enigma.
I didn't know that I was playing the music so loud with all the speakers and all. And once I played the music and went to the garage, your garage near the Panduranga temple,
Yes.
and heard, okay, it is hearing so loud, I should stop keeping the volume. So then I thought, okay, it's disturbing people. Yeah. So and
Because I
later on,
still
I added,
remember that sound. It plays fresh in my mind. The sound that we used to hear to from your room. Okay, his room is right opposite to this window that you see here. It's right opposite. If I'm not wrong.
but I'm not there now.
Yeah, you're not there now. He's in Bangalore technically, but his room was right here, right
Yeah.
opposite.
So yeah, that's the thing. And I think yeah, music. It's I have a lot of interest in sort of old music, jazz, instrumental. Most probably, I have heard all the Yanni songs. So you name it, I hear it. So
Such a great musician. I
yeah, I
mean,
think yeah, I actually keep hearing his musical works in some of the greatest musicians of India. Like they have picked his one
yes,
composition is like you can give a music for around 4 songs. You can make three to
correct.
four songs from one of Yanni's music composition.
It's
So
just mind blowing. Every time you listen to it, it's like you're listening to something new. I get
yeah,
that
even the
feels
video, if
personally.
you see the live concerts, you will enjoy a lot. You'll enjoy a lot. I've made all my friends are mad about it. I've introduced Yanni to everybody. So whatever good I hear, I keep spreading around. So all my friends, even they went to. I was in Delhi in 2013-14, and Yanni had come down to Bangalore.
Oh, I
So
didn't
I
know
was
this.
very jealous about my friends because I introduced them to Yanni, but I couldn't see Yanni. So there was a live event,
He had a concert
and
in Bangalore.
yes, there was a concert in Bangalore. I think in 2013 and 14, somewhere there. So all my
I didn't know
friends
about
went.
this.
They called me
I
so much,
thought
but I
he
couldn't.
had only one concert in India that was played near Taj, in front of Taj.
1997 in Taj Mahal. Yeah, he had toured to India, China, and all at that time.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but in 2013-14, he had come. I think Manyata Tech Park, if I'm
Okay.
not wrong. So he had a concert, and but yes, I keep hearing Bee Gees, OC Bisa, all the other things. Michael Jackson, of course.
Yeah, that is like.
New things also. I do keep
But
listening, but not so
these
much.
days, music has become so this thing that we hear a lot of this. Everything has been copied from some other language, or it is just retranslated. I sometimes feel that why are people doing this? Like they're taking the essence out of music.
Well, I think the originality is not there. I I cannot comment on
Exactly.
that. Probably people call it inspiration. In Indian music, also, if there are people in YouTube who reveal what's the source of a song, and even in Kannada or Hindi, whatever it is, they go back and search and find the source. But you know, people have already got the fame decades back copying the music, and if they're doing something new, probably I don't keep a track of. I hear very less of new music albums,
Yeah, even me
even
too. I,
Hindi.
I I don't find it that interesting that I used to get at least 7 or 8 years ago. Like if a new album is released, it was so interesting. Like you had that thing in you that to listen to it as soon as possible, which I don't get it these days. I don't know why. What is the reason? Am I
Probably
growing old, or is it something to do with music? I
I
have
thought
no
only
clue.
I am feeling it. Probably you're also feeling it. I used to go and buy pirated CDs when I was in class 12. I still remember the two Hindi movies. So whatever it was Imran Ashmi and all, I used to go to Zainagar Force
Himesh
Block and
Reshammiya.
wait. Yeah, yeah. So many movies and like Tilak Diklaja and all those
Ah,
songs.
Ashik
So
Banaya.
Ashik
All the
Banai, yeah,
songs.
all the songs. Every month I think I had that new CDs coming up MP3. So way back in 2007, yeah. And later, priorities changed. I stopped buying it. I know piracy you need not buy, and probably because broadband you have
I guess it wasn't that
variety of.
accessible that we have so many music streaming services, so many free
Not at all.
services.
You didn't had at all.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. FM radio was very popular then. I was very fond of FM that those days, and also MP3 players, the small portable MP3
Yeah,
players
the small one.
coming
Yes,
up.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I had a small Apple
iPod.
I don't know what is that. iPod, yeah,
Yeah,
iPod.
yeah. Shuffle.
I do have one more now. Yeah, I have a small one which I gifted my wife when the first time I met the small one. But I had one in 2008 out of my first earning through Google
Oh,
AdSense. So I'll come
nice.
to that later. So music was something like that. Probably you were very young at that point of time.
Yeah, yeah, I was very young. That's why.
Yeah, yeah.
Else,
You were
if
learning keyboard. You were learning keyboard.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was learning keyboard. I had to drop that again. Different
Oh,
story.
okay. So I
Time.
was thinking in my mind, like Akash knows keyboard, and I'm very interested in keyboard, so I should get hold of him someday and call him to my house and ask him to play. That day didn't come at all, for God knows what reason. Uh, and yeah, I think I kept meeting your grandfather in Jayanagar Fort. I think he used
Yeah,
to
he keeps coming there often.
come often
Yeah.
and near Pavitra Hotel one morning
Yes,
when I was coming out of
that's
my
his Adda.
Adda. So it's my Adda too. My childhood memories are as much as how much time I have spent in Chikbudapur. Same time I have spent in Bangalore,
Bangalore.
fourth block, Jayanagar. So I met him. It's nice, and I met your parents also in Vidyarthi Bhavan recently,
I,
2 years back.
I also met you
I think you're also there. Okay,
one
I
of
think
2 years ago, I guess.
yeah, yeah. So yeah,
It's
so
pretty
we
long. It
keep
is not that recent, also.
not that recent before lockdown,
Yeah,
before 2020.
yeah,
So it's nice.
yeah. So coming back to a bit of, is this your first podcast? Because you do a lot of interesting things that I didn't know of that blew my mind when we started talking. Is this your first podcast or?
Probably yes. This is my first broadcast.
Oh,
I had some.
I'm just like, put down to earth. I'm like, thank God, because the stuff he does, you wouldn't have even heard of the stuff he does. We'll come back to it.
Now, probably many people do that and have a self satisfaction. Probably they don't show it. People want to, show and also inspire some people. It's all about like passion. What
Yes,
satisfies you
exactly,
by
exactly.
doing it.
Very true.
Uh, so it's not about show off, but self satisfaction.
It's
Even the
good.
vlog you do is out of your passion and you want to satisfy. It's not about what people think or what people say about it. So that's what I wanted to have a podcast, just to start a podcast and or do a vlog. Probably I'm too shy.
You should start doing both because he treks a lot, he cycles a lot, he does good stuff. I think he can make
Trekking has come
pretty
down
good
after
content.
marriage. I don't go. Yeah. So, but yeah, I keep traveling. I keep jogging. Going cycling, meeting out friends, pursuing my hobby, reading books. So I thought of doing some vlogging or podcast, or doing reviewing a book which I read
Yeah,
and
that's good.
giving
That's
reviews.
actually pretty much booming.
Yeah, so that's what I actually need to say. Like in 2007 or 2006, probably I had a PC in my home, and my granddad gifted me. I had one PC in 2003, probably the old one, which my cousin gave
Yabba.
me, Pentium,
Yeah,
the big CRT one.
yeah.
Yeah, I had that, and soon after, I think I got it in class 9, and in class 11th, and as soon as I came to PU, I got a good latest Pentium 4. So I was very much interested to start a radio station, and I searched everywhere. Like Yahoo had some services where you have to pay and stream it. I was like, why can't I have a transmitter myself?
Exactly.
Transmit, and that was the thing that was going on in that. And I think Apple was the guy who started podcasting,
Yes,
streaming
they were among the first ones to
among
start
the first.
streaming
Yeah, yeah. So there are
podcasts.
many players in US, and you have to have a lot of
Correct. Because it
mics
wasn't
and
that much
servers.
known back then in India.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was quite a costly hobby. So I was just dropped off, but there was a spark in my that in teens, probably, to have my own radio station. And
Very
also,
few people get that. Like very, very few people like think about starting a radio station and stuff in their teens.
yeah, because I had few radios, pocket radios, and it was very difficult to catch signal in Chikballapur. So even
Even now,
101.3 was difficult. You have to go to terrace.
even now,
91, it was not
that's the situation. Even
91.1.
now,
Yeah, so 91.1 was not there. It was just 91 and Radio City. I had to go near the terrace, put a wire. So
All
do
that
all
drama.
those thing. Yeah, so it was fun then. Probably that's how the spirit of having my own radio station. Probably I'll send up pictures of
Yes.
that, or have a small operating video of that. That came to my mind when my mom showed me a article of in Kannada Prabha.
Yes,
I still
you've
remember.
got to tell the story and about this ham radio first of all. Please tell about the article and how you started using ham radio and all that stuff.
So ham radio is actually a short form kind of colloquial language which came down, I think, from the World War time. This hobby, it's a hobby to have a two-way radio in your house. So whatever mobile phones you see is a sophisticated radio. Everyone knows that. It has turned into digital, now works on internet protocols. But earlier days, as you know, it was transmitting using old tube radios and all. So
Yes,
people used to have a transistor, and you need to have a license to just have a receiving set.
correct.
So I have that kind of radio in my house, Bush. So that apart, now this hobby is like, I think the history goes like, to inculcate the hobby of technical, and also to have radio sets during World War II to communicate it better, to have an individual communication. So this hobby started. That's what I think. Going back to the history, so the World War gave a lot of positive things to the world. The scientific temperament increased. People started discovering. So this is one of the thing. Radio services, Morse code.
Yeah.
So also many fields in science developed. So this,
Just one point I like to add for those of you who don't know what Morse code is. If you have seen Big Bang Theory, Sheldon communicates with Leonard using Morse code during nights.
yeah,
You
and the
watch Big Bang
telegraph.
Theory?
Oh yes, I have watched.
Yeah, that that's how they communicate.
Young
That's called Morse code.
yeah, I watched Young Sheldon. Me and my wife were pretty big fans of it, and yeah. So this, I think, even the new movie which I was referring, which was coming on Apple TV, uh, I forgot the name.
Greyhound.
Yeah, some Fox, I think. I'll get back to that. So even they use in the aircraft and during those to communicate between a warship and the fighter jet. They used to have this Morse code communication.
Yes,
So yeah, so it's used very much, and that's what, the whole country was fighting against, Allied bloc,
correct.
and those the two groups. So everyone learned everything kind of, because everyone can enroll as a private soldier, and they could go to war. They can enroll themselves and go to war. So yeah, so that's the basic story of the ham radio. To have a radio set, two-way radio set, to receive and to communicate, and a given frequency, because there is an international telecommunication union where all the countries are part of it, and they decide how the frequency band should work. VHF, UHF, HF. So I will not go into details, but
Yeah.
this hobby radio or amateur radio, they call it, they have allotted some frequency called like 144 to 146 megahertz in VHF, for example. So VHF is for city limits, but if you go for HF, like you can talk country to country with high power in 7 megahertz or 14
I
megahertz
think
or
with
21
very high
megahertz.
frequency, you can
Huge
even
antennas.
talk with people in spacecrafts and stuff.
Yes, yes. ISS, in fact, has a small repeater, International Space Station. It is active now. If you have a small handled, we call it hand radio. You could have seen police. This radio is very similar to what police have. You
Walkie-talkie,
could
you
have
mean?
seen them and holding in their hand, or in their vehicles, Motorola, Yasu, Kenwood. So it's the same what we use.
It's
So
just like a walkie-talkie.
yes, yes. It's a base. It's the normal name. It's
Yeah, walkie-talkie.
is
In layman's
people,
terms.
layman terms, correct. So it's called walkie-talkie. We call it handy or radio. We call it as a radio. So if people think radio means it's the receiving radio, no. But people who have passed this exam, you need to pass the exam for this,
Yes.
uh, to have
And
the
for those of you, I'll give
station.
a small disclaimer. I am getting into ham radio because of Santhosh again. I've applied waiting for the exam, and let's hope that comes up soon.
That's nice. So yeah. So So the radios are quite similar to what police use. They have a different frequency. You
But
should
the
not
concept
go
is
and hear them or
similar.
talk to them. Similar. So we have our own frequency. There is an exam which is conducted by Department of Telecommunication, Wireless Planning Commission. Every year, it's quite a facade. You need to apply. Now it's more modernized. You can apply on
Yeah,
online. You can renew your license online. I think there is two grades of
correct,
licenses
correct.
now,
Yes,
restricted and general. There were many grades when I first took and flunked in it because flunked in Morse code. So I didn't go to general, which requires Morse code. I tried restricted next time, and it had become multiple choice also.
yeah,
So the first paper would be basic electronics, and second paper would be rules and regulations, radio rules and regulations. If you
now
read a
now basic electronics can be avoided if you have a degree in
and electronics,
electronics
yeah. If you
technical
can
field.
establish, yeah, if you can establish how past your degree and basic electronics, I think you can ask for a waiver. Yeah, after applying, you have to give an exam. They'll allot a venue. This was not the thing, and when I did it from an institution, and
It
I'll
was
not name
way
it.
long back, and
Yeah,
I guess not many people still know what ham radio is, as we have talked. Like now, I'm sure 40 to 50% of the people listening to this wouldn't know what ham radio is, or
I think
until now,
98%,
until they heard it.
98% of people doesn't know. It's kind of a very
Because when
obscure.
I heard it first time from you, I was fascinated by the whole concept of what it was, and the things it can do
Okay,
and stuff.
okay. Well, yeah, you have to pass the exam. If you have passed, they will send a letter asking you to pay some money, and
Again, its
the
government fee is
lifetime.
very minimal, I guess.
Very minimal. I think it's 200 or 500.
Yes,
The exam
yes,
fees is very
yeah.
less. The materials are very much available online. You need not go to any coaching as such. There
You
are
can just do
new.
it in
We
free
call it
time and you can
hams.
listen.
Yeah. So as you call a photographer who takes photo, people who is a ham radio licensee, we call it ham. So they're pretty good. But USA is a very big place for ham radio because, as you know, the country is so vast.
Correct.
People are so having vivid activities.
True, very true.
They have radios. Getting licenses a single day job. You go write exam and they give you the license on spot. The availability of radio is too much in USA.
Yeah, India is still
Uh,
not reached that level.
Probably India, and in India it is due to some cheap Chinese product which broke that monopoly here. The radios were not available until 2010, sort of thing. Like
Oh,
we used to go to people who had radios who used to bring, the monopoly. What happens
correct,
when
correct.
most of us don't know where to buy the radios.
Exactly.
So there were times when people were cheated or taken advantage of just because the sheer enthusiasm people used to take
Yeah, with
advantage of.
enthusiasm, you just go ahead and buy. You don't
Buy
look
it,
at the
yeah,
price.
yeah. It's not just a matter of 2,000, 3,000. People have shelled 20, 30,000. It's a costly hobby. It's not a very economical hobby. We have a lot
But
of
very
jokes.
interesting at that.
Yeah, yeah,
If you
yeah.
want to start off,
So that's the thing.
you can start at around 2000, I guess. You get
No.
a good,
After Chinese,
yeah, involved.
they started. They gave a good run for the buck. You can buy a handheld radio and start as soon as you got a radio. Just go to some Chinese web page and buy it. In 2-3 weeks, it would land in your hand. Then giving uh, you know 3 times the money in India. If you have some patience, after you get a license or till you get a license, you can easily buy a license authoritatively. Having a valid license. So don't buy a radio, commercial radio without a valid license. You can buy. There are radios for public without you need not have a license. Also now they're coming. They call it PSR radio. I think I'm
Mm.
not sure of it. So you can have those radios with limited power, limited range, fixed frequency. You cannot play around it. You can just have if you're going in two cars, friends can speak on that. But if you want to explore more, you have to go to ham radio. Those are called PMR radio, the
Mm.
ones which I was referring to.
Is
Even
the
in I think
SPM stands for face modulation or something like that?
No. PMR is very different. I don't know the acronym, but
Okay.
here the government very recently, the government of India gave the permission for these PMR radios with zero point 0.5 watts.
Hmm.
So you know the wattage, the zero point 0.5 wattage of transmission and receiving, and in only fixed frequency. I think it's an UHF band. So the limit will be very less. So you might have seen people using in their cars talking to each other. So
Correct.
yeah, so it's kind of gray area. People buy in Chinese web page, but it's very illegal. If you're caught, you will face the music big time. So don't venture out to buy
So
a radio
everything
without a
legal.
valid license. Yeah, so that's what I say. It takes time after you pass exam. They'll send a letter. You pay them money. They'll allot you a letter. They'll allot you a call sign, radio call sign. You have to identify on air through that call sign. Your name would become your handle,
Hmm.
and your call sign would be like VU3 or VU2. So I am VU3
Followed by
because I am
characters.
restricted trade. I am VU3 JHN. JHN stands for Juliet Hotel Number. This is NATO acronym.
Okay.
So if you go to NATO, there will be expansion how to identify alphabet. So as you
Okay.
know, again this is coming from the war background or scenario. So VU3 JHN is my call sign, and if it's someone is on advanced grade, they'll call sign starts from VU2.
Okay.
So Victor Uniform 3 Juliet Hotel number is my call sign, and whenever I go on air, I need to identify myself. So that's how there are many people. Bangalore is called ham capital of India,
Oh,
so there are
that's
more
nice.
number of hams, active hams. There are three repeaters. You can probably Google what exactly is a ham repeater, which enhances the coverage of
Signal.
it. There will be two frequencies for that. So we talk in simplex. So yeah, that's one hobby I have. I'm enjoying it. I have
That's
a
such a
bit of
fascinating
radio.
hobby.
Yeah.
That
So one
one
of the
that
hobby.
such a complex, like it sounds so complex, and it is just one of your hobby. How fascinating is that?
Yeah, just don't want to get labeled as this with one hobby because I have so many hobbies which I love and pursue. Uh, I'll get bored if I just have one hobby.
Very true. So coming
So
back
that's
to lockdown, because now I think can I say that we have passed that stage of lockdown because now everything
very
seems
much.
normal.
Yeah, very much. So lockdown was good. As
You're
a
the
working
first person
person,
telling that. You're the first person telling that lockdown was good.
yes. Yeah, 2020 is not bad at all. I can go and say with my some of my very personal experiences. I always wanted to change my job. It was like hectic,
Okay.
not a job which I liked in my current company, but I always wanted to change it. And I'm into supply chain. We are servicing a aviation company, very big
Okay.
aviation company. I'll not name it for obvious
Yeah,
reasons.
obviously.
And unfortunately, all the aircrafts were landed, and there was no business for aviation sector, and
Correct. Yeah.
uh, all the jobs in aviation sector started shaking, and we got the you know sign of it, and internally I got a good move to the role I always dreamt of and I always wanted as a techno functional consultant. So that was the first thing.
Blessing in
And
disguise.
yeah, blessing in disguise. So I still tell my manager, old and new manager, that yeah, I got a job which I liked. uh, Many people have lost their jobs and they had a tough time. I hope they would have got things settled down. I hope, but I was really lucky. I can say I got a good
That
job.
is the second thing. The first thing is that now you're a father.
Yeah, that's the. I'll come to that.
That is the
And
most
I
happiest
enjoyed
moment.
this phase. Coming, getting changed from one role to this other role internally. Also, I had to wait for a couple of weeks, and before that also, and I had a lot of free time. There was no work, so I used my time to volunteer as a Corona warrior.
Oh, is
I
it? I didn't know
enrolled it
this.
online and I went out as in Jainagar area. We had a team which was built and there was a WhatsApp group
First of
formed.
all, hats off.
Oh, that's all right. So my wife was pregnant by that time in March and April time. I went out. Obviously, you have to have the ID cards and everything. I had all got that. Government of Karnataka. I should remember one of my mentors, Captain Manivandan, had taken this bold and innovative move to involve civilians to be volunteers in such large scale, and they handled. And there were many other people who came, other organizations like Jain Association and all, who gave food. Uh, and yeah, I was part of this food distribution, and uh, I made some contribution to the posters on taking precautions of corona. So around 1.5 months, I went out. When the food truck came, and there was list of people we had to give the food, basically construction workers and poor and needy people. Uh,
Immigrant
Food
workers.
I distributed from 50 people to 150 people, depended on what the list it came. It was
Were
very
these
well managed.
immigrant workers?
Immigrant workers, by that time, they had gone back. There were few people in Bangalore, they were left out. Whoever gave a call to the control center or command center they had set up, so their name and address would appear. Police station wise, they had taken the data. So we used to call them, and we used to go on a fixed route, because by
Correct.
the time we got to know, a couple of days, we know who requires food. So I just took out my car, took the box, which was very neatly packed, highly
Yeah, yeah.
sanitized, from Jain Association.
I've
Uh,
seen a lot of
that
institutions who are doing this, and they were doing it so neatly. Like everything was put
Yes,
into a
yes,
proper
yeah. I'm naming
packaging.
one of them, and only specific to Jayanagar, but throughout Bangalore, there are many very good Samaritans and association who came out, gave rations, gave food, cooked food, hot food, and money also. So a
Yes,
few people gave money, uh, and I think it was a good time. I met many such volunteers of same mentality, doctors,
correct.
people like me who are in IT, who took time, housewives, students, everyone are there. So it was nice. Empty's place, you can imagine. It's fun
Yeah,
to drive, of course, responsibly.
Bangalore and a whole new
More
perspective.
yeah, yeah. So I used to enjoy going around in Jainagar, finishing off. It was 1 hour, 1 to 2 hours of job a day. Corona was not there, so there were no cases of corona. I
With
understood that corona
precautions
was not
taken,
there at
obviously.
April, May, and all. Only when the lockdown was open, the numbers started increasing. So, fortunately, the volunteering, the whole thing slowed down from the government side, and when the unlocking happened, and I stayed home safely because of my wife.
Yeah,
And yeah, in September, we were blessed with a baby boy, and he's 3 months old now. He's in my wife's place, and yeah, it's a bundle of happiness. In 2020, I see in a positive way. That's we cannot uh, guarantee anything. Corona has taught us a lesson that not in the personal life, even in the world, nothing is permanent. You will
correct.
get huge hiccups, like not just on a personal level, you will face a challenge. As a whole community, you'll face a challenge.
Very true.
So something you have to be prepared of, and also in front of nature,
I guess
whatever
Corona
it
was
is.
just like a wake up call for all of us.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
be prepared for
So
anything.
there is a
Like it.
dispute out there. It says a man-made or a natural pandemic. Whatever it is, you have to stick together during the times of pandemic. Understand, be responsible. It's not like I don't wear a mask, someone is wearing, why should I wear a mask? So I don't believe in that. If people say I
Very
cannot wear a mask for more than 1 hour or 2 hours,
true.
i can
That's just
I can
bullshit. Sometimes I
yeah, yeah,
feel.
I can sit for a whole day wearing mask.
Yeah, I have
It's
written
just in the mind.
exams wearing a mask.
Yeah, so I wear mask, and I don't mind at all. It's for the other people's safety. You never know
And
until
it's
it
for your
happens to
safety,
you.
for that matter. I think we are protecting ourselves first by
Correct,
wearing a mask.
correct. So it's not just I won't get affected. After you get affected, you're not the only one who gets suffered.
Very
Your immediate family, your friends, they all feel sad,
Yeah,
and God forbid if something happens, you're not there to feel the pain.
very
The
true.
people who are lost you will feel the pain. So that's the thing. So I lost many people, unfortunately, my relatives. So I know the pain. Suddenly, if people passes away, and you cannot visit them to the last rites.
Very true, very
So
true.
this is the lesson. There is no closure. Why do we do all this last rites and all? Give our final respects, because we have a closure that that person is
Yeah,
not there
no more.
and he still lives in our memory. But what happens when you cannot go and meet them, and their last rite is performed
Devastating.
with unknown people? It's kind of, sorry about boring it, but that's fact. Many people who are close to me haven't gone to their last rites, and if I feel they're alive, that
Yeah,
closure
yeah.
is not there, then they're not there.
Even
So
one of
yeah,
my very close relative passed away very recently.
okay,
Again, because his own sister couldn't, come to see his last this
correct,
thing because he stayed
correct,
long weekend because of Corona and all that. It's
correct.
very sad and very devastating.
Correct. So I think people should be responsible. It's what I feel. Keep this, maintain distance, and it's very simple thing. We cannot compromise on very simple things, or take it for granted. You will have a lesson, and if it happens to you, but
Yes,
don't go to that extent
exactly.
that things happen to you, and you have to learn a lesson. Learn a lesson, by seeing at least.
Very true.
So that's the Corona time, and now everything is open. I didn't go for a long time out to any of the streets. Once I had to go out for some obvious reason. I saw everything is
Oh,
busy. Okay,
everything is
yeah.
like Corona
Everything
never
is
just
like, yeah.
happened.
I hadn't visited Chikbalapur also till 2 months back, I believe. I didn't visit it at all, and when I went to Jainagar, I was like, "What is this? I'm
No
lagging
Corona,
behind."
no signs of
Everything
Corona.
is, but at least there is some social distancing response, because they put fine. Other than that, many shopkeepers here, they have a very good setup. Like, they have a security guard who asks people to come in
Yeah, thermal
line
checks and all
in
that.
a queue outside. You have to maintain social distancing. He'll ask you to wear the mask if you're not putting it on. He'll spray the sanitizer, but I didn't see that in Chikpadapur, obviously, and I was very shocked. And I stayed for 2 weeks, and I was like becoming one of them.
Thank God you
Going
didn't.
I didn't, and I came back that day, and I directly went to a cake shop. That was my sister's birthday in November, and I was like, it was like, complete shift. Okay, there are so much of
Parallel shift
restrictions
of
here.
universes.
Yeah, shift of universe. So that used to happen. I need to tell you, whenever I used to come from Bangalore, Chikbalapur to Bangalore, how much our environment,
Changes.
have impact on us. I used to skip signals. So Windsor Manor signal, I used to skip. Obviously, it would be
Very
always
empty.
free,
Yeah.
straight. Yeah. The next signal, before Basveshwara,
Chalukya Hotel.
Basveshwara Circle, yeah, before Chalukya, there's a signal. So I had skipped twice because that was not there in my mind. This is way back 10 years back. So I, after jumping twice, I understood. Okay, there is signal in Bangalore. I have entered a place where there are traffic signals. So
Even
after
now,
10 years,
even now, I don't know for what reason the equipment is there. Like the signal poles have come up in Chikbadapur, but the harsh reality. I don't know. I've noticed this. There are like three major signals, like the signature places.
yeah,
I've always noticed this. I went on trials to notice this. If it is on in one place, I am damn sure it will be turned off in other place. I don't know if they're doing it manually or I don't know what is wrong with it.
shall
I
we
have
take up?
noticed it a
Shall we
lot of
take up
times.
to the authorities?
Yeah, I swear to God. I'm like, I've noticed, I went on a trial to notice this because as soon as we enter the first signal that we get, where we take a left near the circle,
The Sarami Circle.
yeah, the Sarami circle
Yes,
there,
yes,
if
yes.
that
We
is
have to
on,
take it.
the bus
Yeah,
stand signal will won't work.
Chedlgata Circle. Okay.
Yeah. If that is on, the one near Gauri Bindu doesn't work.
Okay. I think Gauri Bidnor is kind of on off thing, but Chedlgata Circle and this
Oh,
Sarami
no,
Circle.
Gauri Bindu is one of the busiest roads. MG Road is oh,
Okay. Yes.
it is like this Bangalore traffic you get in MG
So
Road now.
Chikbalapur SP is my close friend. We can take it up and talk to him.
Yeah,
He was my roommate.
hopefully.
Yeah, we'll take this issue off
Yeah.
record.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So that was the shift I see. Just 60 kilometers away, there is, 180 degree or by 360-degree phase shift. Come back to the same with 360, but yeah, 180-degree probably things are so different from where you are currently and where I am currently.
Yeah,
Though our native place and roots are in Chikbadapur, we face
it's
we
just
see
good.
that
It's just
difference.
good if it develops. It's good for the own city and stuff. I don't know what reason people don't follow or why these hiccups
Probably we
that
don't have proper drinking water. If you have to be hydrated, you have to for your brains to work. No offense, but no, that's the
excellent
fight.
point made.
That's the fight we are having from many decades, right? We don't. Our district doesn't
But
have
it
proper
is improved. I
drinking
guess water scarcity is not that much as compared to say 10 or 15 years from now. It has
water. Yes,
improved a lot
I agree. I agree.
because it's not like water is scarce and people don't get water now. There
Now,
is ample amount of water now.
now this joke I heard it from someone on TV, and it made sense to me.
But yeah, the water is
Some
available,
person
but people are still in the mindset that water is not available to be
correct,
hydrated.
correct. So I felt it might sound offensive to people, but if there is no water in your body, brain doesn't work. So similarly, we
Technicalities.
have wonderful people around there. I know you and me are from Chikbalapur, so no doubt we
Yeah.
are
Sir M.
intelligent.
Vishweshwarya is from Chikballapur.
Yeah, yeah, we have been so intelligent with so much of less resources, less water. What would have happened? Maybe we would have been much more successful, or people from Chikpadap. They have achieved many things. Before Kolar was divided into
Yeah, a
Chikpadap
lot of
in
things.
2007, people used to call KS. People pass KS exam conducted by KPSC as Kolar Administrative Service. So many people passed that exam. So after it was, Chikbadapur and Kolar was bifurcated. Even then, people from Chikbadapur pass so many competitive
Yeah, yeah.
exams, so many
Even
of
now, I
this.
guess a lot of
Yes,
people do
yes,
that.
yes. Even now. So yeah, I think we need our part of justice. I feel it's the birthplace of Sir M. Vishweshwaraya. He
Right.
constructed so many dams, made irrigation projects. Why not do something for our own for his own district? Why don't we have some
But on the
proper
positive
water
side,
source?
Chikbalapur has been developing a lot, at least from the past 5 to 6 years. A lot of
Yes,
development,
tremendous,
like a lot
tremendous,
of development, many new
tremendous.
things coming up, and a lot of developments happening.
I think it's high time that Chikbalapur and other cities or towns around Bangalore to be considered alternative to Bangalore. Bangalore is so much choked.
Yes, yes. If I'm not wrong, I believe Chikbalapur is now called the satellite city.
Tamkur is called satellite city of Bangalore, not Chikbalapur. It's too much
Oh,
politics. So
I heard this.
leave
I
it just. So let's
Let's make
keep it
Chikbalapur some
till
other
then.
city to Bangalore.
Yeah. So we still want to have that because we have railway line connected.
Yeah, yeah. It's now well
Airport is
connected.
very near.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
have water. We have talent. We have old engineering colleges.
yeah.
One of the early engineering colleges which started in 80s. Chikbalapur is very famous for its educational,
Yeah,
quality
Mudayanalli for that
quality
matter.
education, schools, convents, and yeah, I think we have to have our own industries there where the land is not.
Coming up, talking of industries, I should tell this. Titan I Plus, if you have heard.
Yeah, I need
Tit-
a small break here.
One second.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem, no problem. Titan I Plus, the thing that Titan, their eyewear that they manufacture lenses and stuff. I think Chikbadapur has the biggest of the India's plant.
Yes, yes. I think if someone visits that place, they can get a free eye test. I've
Yeah, yeah.
bored.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing
Yeah.
is, I think many signature brand watches are also manufactured here, including Tommy Hilfiger and many other Fossil. A lot
Yeah.
of things that is a sister concern or sub branches of Titan get manufactured here.
No, no,
A lot of
it's
industries coming up.
manufactured under license. So
Yeah,
they take license to manufacture. That's how
yeah,
big brand works.
yeah,
So
exactly.
that's nice. I didn't know this. That watch. I only thought only the lenses were manufactured
Oh no,
here.
no, watches everything get manufactured. The
Oh,
frames,
great.
lenses, watches, and pro tip: once in I guess 7 to 8 months, they put a sale of these. They call factory seconds that they call or clearance sale. Uh, amazing brand watches like Fossil, there's Tommy Hilfiger, Titan Raga, many of Esprit, and all those good brands. You get it at flat to 60% off, 70% off. Watches
Oh,
costing at 30K price tag, we can get it at around 3K, 4K. It's amazing.
you're telling me late, so late.
Next coming up, coming after 6 months.
Okay, we should keep it as a secret.
Yeah.
Otherwise, your video will spoil our
Yeah. You
appearance.
want the selection.
But it's good if your video reaches so many people that so many people come out and buy. That's also a positive
Yeah. So
thing.
many industries are coming up in Chikmalapur. I think it is developing very rapidly, at least now, though, as
Yes,
I see
yes,
it.
yes. And I want the Chickbalapur people to take advantage of that, as priority, not others.
Correct.
Whenever something happens, the local people should have the fruits of it.
Correct. Makes more sense.
Too deep.
No. Makes more sense. The
Yeah.
point of doing an industry is in a particular place is that so more majority of the people living in that town get opportunities and stuff like that.
See, it's a supply chain. See, if one company comes, it cannot manufacture everything by itself. So it
Correct.
requires small suppliers, small
Other
vendors for it. So I have my friend, an engineering friend, who has become a small-time manufacturer of such, uh, mechanical parts. He
what kind of
manufactures it,
parts?
or he gets customer, and he if they give design, he manufactures it
What
and gets
kinds of parts?
fabricators. Yeah, so he's in Hoskote. So there is a good manufacturing cluster near Kolar and Hoskote. So similarly, if something happens, the local people, local youth should take up the
Advantage.
opportunity. Yeah, and they should start an industry by themselves, give some jobs to local people, so that the whatever the opportunity opens, it would be good for the locals rather than you allow and become a employee there. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
There is a joke around in rural areas. Farmer family sells the land and they become a security guard or some small time
Very
worker.
true. Yeah, yeah. I've heard this in some Telugu film.
Correct. So it has happened many cases. The money they give, they spend it out. They
Yeah.
cannot. They
Obviously, it
must
doesn't
not
stay in the
invest it.
pocket all the
Stay in
time.
the pocket. Yeah. So a huge money comes in one's hand who has not seen it from long time.
It
So
changes his
they
entire
lose
this thing
control.
changes. Yeah,
They lose control and they spill over.
for sure.
So unfortunately, those things happen. So it's my personal view that whenever some big company comes, there will be a lot of opportunity. People should take advantage of it and be in that supply chain. There will be, if one company comes, you require many things. You have to supply food, you have to supply raw material, real estate prices goes up. There will be requirement of travel, transportation. So many things
Overall,
start.
the
The
development
economy.
booms up by at least 2 to 3%.
Correct. More than that. People start earning rents on their buildings. So I think that is, everyone know real estate. There are
Yeah,
pretty intelligent people in real estate. But the other things, like, you have to go be brave and start your own small company. Try to get orders. Try to be honest, hardworking, and if you
we should generate
create
more
such
number of
cluster.
entrepreneurs.
Correct. Yeah. So if there is a big manufacturing sector, that will indirectly help the service sector. So
Very true.
now the service sector, the IT industry is working for Indian IT industry is working for different countries for different manufacturing. So so we have to bring in that manufacturing when the manufacturing comes to India. So all the IT services companies in India
Yeah,
will be serving Indian company. So
very
we'll
true.
be self-serviced. We need not rely on
Depend on
other
others.
countries, other economy. If the economy falls down, we need not suffer. Me or you who will be who are in IT industry will have an impact. So that's
True.
how we are in. We have seen that happening in 2008 and all, and due to global crisis. But
Yeah.
if we are self-sufficient, because India is a huge country where bigger MNCs see it as a bigger opportunity. A mobile company would want to invest in India because they know people buy it. People think
Xiaomi
that
for
they
that
aren't
matter.
too, yeah, yeah. So the consumerism is too high. So there is a management theory, right? Like a Nike brand, a very famous brand.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though
Shoe
I
brand.
don't endorse, it's very popular. So
I love
it's
it.
okay. I
I love
can
that
take.
brand. One of
Yeah, I
my
can take that.
favorites.
Yeah, yeah. They make good shoes, and it lasts long. I have one which is more than 10-year old and
I love
works
their
well.
shoes, Air Max, and even apparel and all that thing.
Yeah, yeah. So it works. It good. So they sent out a management guy, probably a sales guy, to make a analysis of market in South America, South Africa. I'm sorry. I think, and I don't know when it was, or it's some a story, a cooked up story, but it made sense.
But makes
And
it interesting.
yeah, yeah. So the Nike companies sent the sales guy to see how uh, well they can, how the market is for their products, shoes or whatever it is. So he went out there. Obviously, South Africa was poor due to apartheid and all, and he saw people not wearing any footwear at all. So he reported back to the company saying, "Hey, this people doesn't have money to spend on shoes, footwear, uh, and obviously we don't have much. We won't be having much luck here." So after few months or after a while, they sent another executive to South Africa. He saw a different perspective. Like he saw, "Arey, no one is wearing shoes. No one is wearing sandal here. We have huge market here. We should set up a factory and start selling shoes." So that's how we are. Like
You should look at the
you have a
positive side.
choice. Yeah, yeah. So there are people. You give them a choice, they buy it. So if there is no supply, there won't be demand. So it's
People buy.
cycle.
People buy. Nike for that matter is not cheap.
Oh no.
Their signature, this thing that they call Air Max, 10 years ago or 5 years ago, I still remember they used to cost somewhere around 15,000 for a pair, and
Okay.
people used to buy.
Yeah, I think because see, there is one more myth where people buy watch or people buy anything like pen or whatever the daily usable. They go for economical things. I'm not economical, very cheap. Like you buy a watch for 200 rupees and it will not last than 6 months. I
Yeah,
have bought such watches when I was very young, and it won't run more than 3 months or 4 months, and you have to throw. But spend more. Like I bought one Sonata digital watch. It was 499 then. Now it's 999. It still runs. So you spend a little more and you get the durability. That's what now you go with clothing or shoes.
Apple for
It's
that.
yeah, Apple, it's quite yeah, it runs. I have seen people. My own sister, she bought Apple with a lot of craze 4 years back, I guess. She was using a HTC and she said, "No, I'm not. I'm done with Android." So she got, and I think she used for 4 years. I have used
Oh, you
four
won't
or five
believe, I
Android
still
phones
have
in 4 years.
the first generation iPhone and it runs perfectly fine.
Yes. So that's the thing. Even her phone is working fine. Only the storage is the problem. She faces challenge, so she bought a new one. But in 4 years, I have changed five Android phones. So
How come you're still in the Android community?
I have Android, I have Apple. So I have both phones,
Which
and
one would you prefer?
yeah. So
I ask this question generally to everyone. Like, I have a this or that kind of section where I randomly ask which one would you choose, like a rapid fire kind of thing. And the last question of every of these round is Apple or Android, like iOS or Android.
both has its advantages and disadvantages, and I
If
like
you
using
had
both.
to
I
blindly
I
pick
won't
one,
pick
which one would you prefer?
I would pick Android for its affordability, its flexibility, and you can easily use it for 2 years max, not more than that. I couldn't use any phone more than 2 years. This is the one I was using, MI Note 6 probably. I think I used almost 2 years, and I couldn't use more than 2 years. I have used only for 8 months, 6 months, and I've changed phones. Probably more than five. I don't count. I use Motorola's. I have used MI, and yeah, I have LE2, LE TV. I still have
That
that
was,
phone.
I don't know where that brand vanished away out of nowhere, but the first that they came out, I had a phone from LE2, the Leico, I guess that was Chinese brand.
Yeah,
Such a good phone, such a
I have it.
fabulous.
It is so good. Only the battery backup is not good.
Still, the
And
phone for that price, it cost somewhere around 11,000, if I'm not wrong, 11 or
yes, yes,
12,000.
yes. 11,000. I got it on a sale using SBI card, 10% flat discount. It was a steal buy. It was a steal deal, and it still
Amazing phone.
works
I
good.
still
I bought the earphones. They have a very good sound effect. I saw uh, a movie. I'm not getting the name of it. Telugu movie. What's that? Uh, uh,
Chiranjeevi star or
foolish, so
Krishna star.
foolish. No, 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 no. I sound like a stupid not to remember that name. The part one, part two came right.
Bahubali.
Bahubali. Okay, I didn't catch your audio. So Bahubali. So funny thing, I don't like to watch movies where there is a lot of craze behind it. I like let the craze come down. I'll watch it later. So I watched
Okay.
Bahubali 2 first, and it was so good. And
Did
I
you
went back.
understand the movie?
Uh-huh.
Did you understand the movie?
Yes, yes, I understand. It's not a problem to me. I can guess the next scene, so no one would sit besides me.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler. So my wife keeps saying me, don't say the next scene what will happen. So any movie, most of the movies I can guess next scene what will happen, what he does. So I kind of not enjoy such movies because keep guessing what happens next. So I came back to my home and saw that in Hotstar there was Bahubali 1. I bought this Lee Echo headphones. I had it. I had to purchase it. It costed a bomb, 2,500 or 3,000 for that earphones. It had a LED and all. So I was so carried away of that sound quality, picture quality. And there is a song of Tamanna introduction, I guess, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. True.
it was too good. I enjoyed the movie. Not going to theaters. I think it was worth wait. I don't use that phone. It's a backup sort of phone. It's good. I don't know what happened to that company. I think they closed off.
Yeah, I think they closed. No
My
news.
father-in-law has a bought a TV also, Lee Echo, 55 inches. It is too good. It's too good. It's
I didn't
still
know they
okay.
had a TV.
They have a TV, so it's too good. And yeah, that's what. So Apple, you have Jobs photo in your background. It's a
There is
wonderful.
jobs there. There is
Yes,
jobs here as well.
yeah. So it's a wonderful product. It's long. It will last forever.
Very
I
reliable.
think you have a MacBook which is lasting 10 years.
Yeah, more than
Yeah,
that.
I've seen my friends using MacBook Pro, huge weight. The laptops which weight a lot, still working. I have a small iPod. The first my iPod was, thrown into washing machine. So
Oh,
I had
and it
kept it.
still works.
No, it doesn't work.
Oh,
So
good.
yeah, so it doesn't work. So I bought a new second one 5 years back. I think they were. Now you don't get iPods, I guess. I believe
No, you don't. You get a shuffle one with the screen and all, but the classic one that you used to get
the
with no
small one
screen and
without
small one.
display.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, yeah,
That you won't get now.
that you won't get. I have that, so it's kind of nice.
Classic piece.
That's about it. We are talking on so many things.
So, what new hobby did you pick up during lockdown? Is there
uh,
something
I started
cooking?
learning tabla.
Oh, nice
Yeah, so
instrument.
I started learning tabla. It was my childhood dream. My mom made me to learn mridangam
Mm.
from the teacher just behind your house,
Oh, yeah.
Rudrachari.
I went
Yes.
for two
So
classes and I
yes,
dropped that
yes,
as
yes.
well.
Yeah. So I learned basics from there, but I like both the instruments.
I think
Uh,
both are very two different instruments.
yes, yes. One is South Indian, one is North Indian. Like tabla is in classic Indian
Classic.
musical instrument, Hindustani they call it, and Mridangam is South Indian. The way the complete what do you say, the grammar of both are very different,
Complete.
uh, and there is a lot of
What?
schools gharanas they call in Hindustani music. So there are many gharanas even in tabla. I'm learning from my college senior Adarsh.
Okay.
through live classes. So I'm having good time.
What
And some break
inspired
now.
you to learn tabla?
Uh-huh.
What inspired you to learn tabla?
Like the love for music, and
Why tabla? Why not say guitar
I
or
think I'm good with percussions. I tried my hands with guitar,
okay?
and I didn't know it doesn't go to my head. My sister picked up ukulele very fast, but for me, I know you need to be continuous practice with that. You live for few weeks and you forget it. So, but I still like those instruments like guitar, and I have
Still,
keyboard. I had practiced keyboard. Tabla, I used to play bands at. I was in
school.
the drum troupe in my school, so it was easy for me to digest and have that grip over that. So that was there in my mind. So fortunately, the lockdown, I saved a lot of money by not putting on fuel, going to office.
How is the online learning experience?
It's good. It's good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've taken a break for few weeks, but I really enjoyed it, and I cannot say how interested I am in that. And
I have listened to a few of Zakir Hussain, and what a musician.
there are many. There are many. Of course, Zakir Hussain is and his father Allah Raka. They're very, very, very popular and
Yeah,
legends in
because
this.
I have listened to one of his on the tabla. It sounds like rain. It rains. I
Oh,
was mind blown by that.
he creates lot of music. Like he creates a story of like a deer jumping,
Yeah,
galloping, running away.
yeah,
So he creates all the music, and there are mind blowing tabla pieces. No, by seeing it, you might feel okay. I can practice it and get the
but it's
speed.
very hard, I
But
guess.
yeah, it's very hard. And when I started to play, playing in medium speed is okay. To play in slow speed and to take it to the higher speed, it requires lot of practice. I think
Skill.
I'll take many years to get that. uh, by seeing Zakir Hussain, one gets inspired for
Yeah,
sure, but to go to his level, I think it's impossible. But
practice.
i can
Exactly.
I know, I'm sure that I can play very decently. I'll reach to some decent
This
income.
classical music, I got to hear a lot of classical music when I was in my PU. I studied in expert PU college,
Okay.
and the chairman of that college is again a musician, I guess. He's very fond of music. One of the
Okay.
board members also a musician. His name is Ustad Rafiq Khan. We used
Okay.
to have these very good music extravaganzas, like Zakir Hussein's brother came and played, and a lot of good musicians came and played. And until then, classical music for me was like it is a bit boring, but you enjoy the bit once you listen to something and you get to know the essence of it.
You are very much correct. See, I used to study with music. I can still remember my class 5, class 6, class 7, my study, runs before the exams. I used to study just before the exam. Like if the exam is in the noon, I used to play Michael Jackson, or in
Typical
class.
engineering vibes.
Engineering, I was little upgraded to Yanni or Enigma or many others. Enrique Iglesias, I think. Even I don't know, Bee Gees. Though they were old, I was catching up with all of them. They were in 60s, 70s, 80s. I used to listen. So music is my companion, you can say. I used to hear varied varieties. I used to hear one a performer called Khalid, not the new Khalid, the old Khalid. He's an Arabic singer, so
Okay,
wonderful. And there is one more female singer from Pakistan. So she sung many songs for Hindi movies. I'm not getting her name. So it's very, very blissful music. I also enjoy hearing to classical songs from S.P. Balasubramaniam or
oh, what what
uh,
a what a singer, SP
singer.
Balasubramanian.
Yes, yes, we lost him too, unfortunately.
Yeah,
And also Jesudas.
yeah.
Uh, so
The famous song of Yesudas, which he sings on the spiritual song. What is that? I forgot the name of that song.
it's Sharamayappa, Swami Sharamayappa.
Oh, I guess there's one more very signature
Nagumomo,
song of his.
Nagumomo.
I don't know the name of the song, but
Harivarasanam you're talking about.
Harivarasanam,
Yeah,
correct.
that's what Sarana Harivarasanam. So that's a huge
Such a
favorite of
nice
mine.
song.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
amazing.
And I had been to his concert when I was in high school, probably in Fort High School, Bangalore, during Rama Jayanti, Ramnavami time. They
Okay.
put up a live concert. So I had gone a couple of times and I've seen him live. So yeah, SPB also. So that influence of music, hearing at least, is there from long
Yeah,
time.
again, a lot
That
of
inspired
people
me.
have this conception in mind saying that classical music is just for the old generation or it's boring. But until and unless you hear it, you don't know the essence of classical music.
Uh, I think who knows music will not debate about old, new. Those who really enjoy. That's what I feel, because I have heard varied music. I heard old Telugu songs sung by S.P. Balasubramaniam. It sounds weird for other people, but I don't care.
But yeah, you love what you hear, and that's what it
Yes, yes, yes.
matters.
I hear the very complex compositions and brilliancy of a music composer. He might have
Very true.
copied, but that's all right. If it is
Again,
copied,
he has
yeah.
some creative bit that carried
Yes,
it.
he has created the instrument used, the bass guitar, the live during those times. It was live, not some 10-15 years back at least. There are live compositions. If you come to Kannada, Hamsaleka or
Yeah.
other few prominent musicians,
I have a small
Adi
story to
Kokila.
tell at this point of time while we're speaking of music before I forget. Okay, 3 to 4 years ago, there is this teacher. His name is Benedict, and he joined my sister's school. Again, I studied there for 2 years. So he joined the school, and my sister started learning guitar from him. He used to come and give classes. He's one such good musician. Oh my god, I've never seen. He used to play almost like 7 to 8 instruments, like perfectly on hand. And he used to compose his own songs. He used to play all the instruments and used to write songs. Such a good musician. I learned drums from him. Such a
Oh,
good musician he is. You have to meet him once. I think
oh,
he
that's nice.
presently now works for some school in Devnalli.
Okay.
He's an amazing artist.
Oh, I like drums. As I said, I was very good in drums. So that's what made me to come to play tabla, and I really feel it. I used to make music on desk and all. So,
Oh, the
so
typical
typical thing, yeah. So I think like, array, I have when am I starting to learn tabla? But it was very different what we play on desk. It's completely different. I had to
yeah.
unlearn all those, funny stuff I used to
Which
make.
was easy, learning or unlearning?
I think when you start learning new, automatically the unlearning happens. You just have to make sure that not to keep the old thing in mind. So I think unlearning also happens, out of sight, out of mind of thing. You know, stop doing. So that's what, and I'm enjoying it. So that's my other hobby where I want to very seriously, more than any other hobby, I want to be a very decent tabla player, keep practicing it. My one of my friend who is in Canada now, his name is Arjun, who was a very good singer. I used to ask him to sing a song whenever I used to go to college. Like, having a personal
Yeah.
friend who is a singer is good. So he used to tell, because he used to get up in early in the morning at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. and practice music. He used to say, if you don't practice for one day, Sharada Devi will go 100 feet far. But
True.
if you keep practicing, she'll come only inch by inch. Like, whatever you achieved, every day you practice, she comes near you 1 inch or 1 feet. But if you give a gap of one day,
You
she'll jump
lose.
back 100 feet. So that holds good for everything. Anything you pursue
Yeah,
with
yeah. Very true.
studies,
Education or anything for
education,
that
or
matter.
whatever it is, daily having that
Practice.
strict discipline is very much true. So as a musician, pro musician, he gave that tip. It's still in my mind. So that's how it is. So I'm enjoying that hobby of mine, which I picked up, and
Amazing.
quite a long, elaborate conversation we're having.
Yeah. So did you pick up cooking like most of us did during lockdown? Making dalgona coffee or cooking without fire, something of that sort?
No, no, no. As I said, if someone is doing on a mass, I don't do that. I didn't watch Bahubali, so same goes this. I didn't try that. I know cooking. When I was in Delhi, first time I faced the terror of my life of not getting proper food. I was thinking I'm lucky till then, and once I went out, I found why people have problem with
Hit it hard.
different taste, different food. I was like, what if you go to a different place? When the food is available, you can eat and have fun.
True.
But the taste buds
They call
it
you back.
won't accept different tastes so easily. I had a tough time. I had a passion to learn doing rasam or
Basic stuff.
sambar. And yeah, I know to cook rasam, sambar, um, of course, rice. So I
Basic
know that.
stuff to survive.
Yeah, yeah, I know to survive and also to cook for others also. We used to cook on turns. So the present SP of Chikbadapur was my roommate along with other people.
Oh,
So
is
we
it?
used to cook by in turns, and yeah, we had a good time in Delhi. So cooking, but I didn't cook at all in lockdown. I think uh, I bought lot of food.
Junk.
Uh, I somehow thought there would be a lockdown, and just 2 days before lockdown, I went out to shop and I have photographs. I bought huge amount of,
Was it
ready
junk?
to cook sort of thing. I just ate and ate and ate. I'm a foodie.
Packaged food, is it?
Uh-huh.
Packaged food.
Not ready to eat. Whatever you see, noodles, pasta,
Grab everything that you
chips,
get.
juice. Use I whatever I see, we got it because I had seen Europe and all going to lockdown.
Correct.
That it's not good, but I did it. I just went out
You were on
and
the safer side.
yeah, to safer side and to just enjoy. You don't know. Few people were cursing like, "What is there? You can buy whatever you want." But that's not the situation. You saw, right? Police
Yeah, yeah.
giving good lathi.
Nicely they gave.
Yeah, yeah. So I thought I did the same for around 4 5 months. Whatever I want, I just bought. Made sure that is eaten by everyone, and we used to go for walks. But still, I, had some weight put on. But yeah, there was no Zomato or whatever food you could order. So
Correct.
I bought everything home, packed.
Did you order anytime after it unlocked? How was the experience?
It was good. I think not many times. I ordered pizza a couple of times or biryani a couple of times. My sister ordered. I think it's good. I have went to hotel today. Also, I went to SLV Banshankari second stage. It was good. I had visited. Uh, you know, there's one famous chaat shop in Kadiwala in Jainagar Fourth Block, 30th Cross, just behind the metro.
Oh, I'm not been
Ravi,
there.
his name is Ravi. Yeah. So I know him from my childhood, some 25 years back. So he's there. So I went to him. I took parcel and I think I ate with my sister. So he's very very clean. So we call
Most
him
required
OCD.
these
Mm,
days.
Yeah, we call him OCD because he keeps his entire space very clean. You can go Jainagar 30th Cross, 4th Main.
Yeah, I'd love to go because I've never visited. I'd love
Yeah,
to go.
it's not towards police station, but towards this side. Fourth,
Metro.
fourth Main. Yeah. So in the corner, he comes around 5:30 in the evening, 4:30 in the evening. He doesn't come on Sunday. Very clean guy. You would have to wait for 30 minutes to get what you
Oh my
ordered.
god.
Yeah, yeah. So still there is a mic problem. So
I can see the spike here.
probably it's getting recorded, or am I missing something? Okay, it's okay.
Yeah. Now,
No, no.
I think it's something to do with your speaker
Yeah,
settings
yeah. No, no. Now
I
it's coming. I can
because I
see the
can see
spike
the
here
spike.
also. I can see the spike when I hear it. Otherwise, when you're speaking, sometimes I miss out.
Internet issue is it? Because every time that's what I could notice
Yeah,
that you were not
it's
able to
working now.
hear me.
Oh,
Now, because whenever I see the spike clearly going up and down.
okay. Okay. So I went out and had chats with him. I think it's good. I don't remember going to a big restaurant. Don't know. But yes, I have gone to Vidyarthi Bhavan and all. And
Oh my god, I miss Vidyarthi Bhavan.
yeah, unfortunately, I always think to go wake up early and go to Vidyarthi Bhavan early in the morning. I wake up early only on Fridays when Vidyarthi Bhavan is closed, not another day, other days.
What was your sleep schedule during lockdown? Did it change?
Yes, I used to finish my work around 10:30, so it used to go till 12, 1, 2, get up around 8, 9, 10.
That
That's
is that
how
is
7
that is
hours
normal.
sleep.
That is normal.
Yeah.
Our
I've
sleep
got,
schedule
I've got,
was sleep at 4 5, wake up
that
at
has
2.
also happened, I guess, 4. Yeah, I get up at, I'll sleep for 7 hours. Whatever. If you sleep at 4 o'clock, I'll get up at 12. So
Huh.
that keeps happening. But when I came to Chikbalapur, I think it got reset. I had some work going on there. So I used to get up at 7, 7:30.
One point is, Santhosh came to Chikballapur, and until the last 2 days, I didn't know that he was here. I was wondering, I was shocked.
So, so to say that about Akarsh, even if I stay there for a year, I won't see Akarsh.
Because I don't go out much, and I saw that work was going on, something was being constructed or something, so flooring was being done or something, but I never saw you, I guess, until the last second or the third day.
Yes, because I had work also and I had to manage both the construction work.
Yeah.
So I didn't have that luxury to try to go out. I used to take a stall outside and I used to come back. So not much thing I used to do. So that's the thing. That's the lockdown.
Yes. What a perpetual phase that we had during lockdown. Oh my god.
Yes, yes. So what did you do? I know you started vlogging and there are many nice concepts you brought out and
Thank you, first of all.
very shocked to see a pizza shop in Chikbalapur.
I was shocked that you didn't know that something of that sort existed.
Yeah.
As I told earlier, Chikballapur is developing very
No,
rapidly.
there were pizza shop, very small pizza shop, Amul pizza and all, but I
Yeah,
didn't know
that we used to get ready-made, right? I still
ready.
remember we used to pay $70 for that, and he used to
I tried
oven
out
it,
it.
and yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty good. Not it was good in its own way. It was good, at least to satisfy your
taste
pizza,
buds.
liking.
Yeah,
So
Chikballapur is so developed that Swiggy exists in Chikballapur. Did you know that?
yeah, you told me, so it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
not a shocker to me. And when the guy, I went around 9:30 or 10, and the pizza shop guy got a call asking from a customer, I think, about many things, and he said, no, no, sir, the stock is gone. We don't have even the Zomato is not there. I thought, okay, there is so much of market for these things. That's good. That's good. The
Yeah.
change is coming.
So I did that. Then vlogging, podcasting was one of that.
Okay,
Cooking again during
okay.
bored. When you get bored, you do a lot of new things. At least me. Then a lot of things happened. Then that stage came up where suddenly you get office trainings and stuff, assignments. Then exams came up suddenly out of nowhere,
Oh yeah.
because I was under this scenario that COVID is here, no exams, chill.
Mhm.
You're gonna get a degree without writing an exam. But suddenly,
That's impossible.
yeah, 48 hours it went upside down. Started to prepare for exams. Exams got over. No farewell. Very
Oh,
bad.
I hope you get your farewell. That's one
We
of the
didn't.
memorable things that happens.
We didn't.
You will get it, I think. I think they'll conduct a virtual, or you guys should plan up and ask
Yeah,
them or do a virtual farewell.
something of that
So
sort should happen, I guess.
yes, you guys have to team up. But yes, I. That's a very good thing that we are doing this, being there, and superb. I cannot say how happy I am, but I'm very happy that you're doing all this vlogging and all, because partially I want to do that and I'm not doing it because of
We're gonna start doing it as we have planned, because he has a full like studio setup complete, I guess, if I'm not wrong.
yeah, you
At
name
least
it, I
part.
have
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So I guess he can start. I think only the starting phase is a bit difficult, where you think a lot
No,
before you start.
starting is not difficult, carrying it forward is difficult.
I guess
So
that
starting
if
we
you
could
have that
start
passion, I guess you
passion,
need not
yeah,
work hard
right?
for
So
it. It just
yeah,
comes with the flow.
Correct, correct. So that's good. You're doing it on a continuous basis, talking with your family, friends, and all, and also not compromising on your work studies part. That's very very important.
Thank you.
And wanted
Because
to
you're
say
the only
that.
person in the entire series giving so much compliments to me, and I'm taking it. I'm like enjoying that phase of taking compliments.
No, no, no. I mean, it's what I feel. You're doing all this thing. That's how people say 24 hours is not enough. But if you can manage your day, I think 24 hours is
More than enough, I guess.
more than enough. If you get up early or match your schedule and be fit,
Plan. Yeah.
yeah. So you can probably enjoy everything what you want to do. So I
Talking
like
of
having
be
someone as
fit, I think we should plan a jog or a trek together sometime soon.
Sure, I like to cycle there. I have to get my cycle stand, which costs a bomb, almost half the cost of the cycle.
The stand for the back of the car.
Car, yes, yeah,
I think you can just put it inside if you're coming alone.
yeah. If I'm coming alone, I can just put it inside. So yeah, that's I want to try. I don't know if I'm going alone. If I come alone to Chikbadapur,
Very rare.
very rare. So yeah, I will be having lot of luggage, lot of luggage. I carry everything. I carry a bag of books. I carry 2 bags of laptops. I carry my tabla. I carry so
Complete.
much of clothes.
Complete. The car is
Yeah,
filled.
yeah. I need a SUV. Uh, so that's what. So cycle. I have to do that. Yes, yes. We should plan something. You have a
Yeah.
tent. I have a tent too. Don't know
Yeah,
where
yeah.
to.
I
I
put
don't
it on
know.
the terrace the other day. Oh my
I
god, I was
saw.
shocked that it is so easy to set up a tent. Like hardly takes 5 to 6 minutes.
Yes, yes. It's easy. I had set up inside my house. I tried it out in Chikbadapur, but
I did that. I
when you're
slept inside
trying
a tent like for 2 days inside a house just with the the
to
excitement
enjoy
of
the
getting a
feeling,
tent.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But if you are sleeping on the ground, you need to make sure the bedding is proper
Yeah,
so that you
sleeping
don't
bag.
catch a
You
cold.
get an airbed, I guess now.
Yes, yes. So you should be very careful when you're sleeping on tent. The inside thing should be,
Soft.
very. You shouldn't catch cold.
Yeah,
You need to have a proper bedding there.
correct.
So yes, so that's the one thing about tents. We'll plan something
Yeah, let's plan a
adventurous.
camp.
Yes, yes, sure. I have all the camping thing like
Oh, I need not worry then. I
I
can just
have
head out.
table, I have chairs. So probably we'll do it someday as
Yeah,
some
sometime
adventurous
very
video.
soon.
Very soon we'll try out our radios.
Yes,
We'll
that
try
as
out
well.
the PMR.
Yeah,
So till you
because
get
I want to see
license.
that. I want to see ham radio in action.
Correct. So probably if you want to buy a PMR radio, buy it till you get a license because it takes time. Like getting
Yeah,
a ham license takes 6 7 months probably. Now I don't know what due to
yeah.
corona. It might
I
be more.
I think now the only thing left is to write the exam that
After
they
writing
told
exam
in
and getting you pass and you apply for license,
one and
in
a
the
half 2
background
months.
there is a verification that happens
Okay.
which is more stringent than passport verification. Happens from intelligence bureau. I
Oh
didn't
my
tell.
god,
Yes, yes.
that sounds very
Yes, yes. So it's very, very responsible to have a radio at your house and a
yeah,
license. So it will take its time. We'll do that field. You can hear the radio. You will be called immediately as a shortwave listener, SWL. We'll try that. There's a hills repeater in Nandi Hills.
oh okay.
Yeah. So it was down for a while, but they have repaired it and put it back. We can trigger it from handy. The power we can trigger. Line of sight is there from Bangalore, Chikballapur,
Okay.
no? So we can try that. We can try to talk to ISS probably.
Yes.
If
Yeah,
there is, we
that
can
will be
see
very
that.
interesting.
Yeah. So I have cited ISS. There is many apps in iPhone and Android phones where you can try to see in a clear sky. I think in Chikballapur you can see it very easily because there won't be any dust
Correct,
of
correct.
the air,
Yeah,
and we have a great
compared
range.
to Bangalore, it's more pollution free.
More pollution. Yeah. So I've got a huge binocular from my father-in-law. So he's very interested in birds watching. He has a lot of books, so he
Okay.
identifies by sound. So he gifted me one, and I use it to watch. Me and my wife are very interested in seeing stars.
Oh,
Uh,
stargazing.
Yeah.
I have this dream of stargazing near what is that lake in near Leh. I want to do stargazing
Oh,
there.
Leh. Okay, okay.
Pangong Lake, next to the
Okay.
Pangong Lake,
So you come to Bangalore and try to see the stars, and you go back to Chikballapur. You'll feel okay. Chikballapur is a place
to see the stars.
you have. It's very good, better than Bangalore.
Yeah.
So you can see the stars. There are many, many. Elon Musk has a Starlink satellites, right? So
Yes.
yeah, it goes like a convoy. So you
Yeah.
can see that. And so I need to. We can do that if it's an open sky day. If we
Yeah. Yeah.
can,
We're
what
going to
time
do
it
all of
is.
that very soon
Yeah, we can plan. We can. Everything is there with me regarding the radio things. We have to just spend time and enjoy a weekend. It will be a perfect weekend if you plan that.
Yeah,
If you make
which
it
we're
like
going to
that.
do it very, very, very soon. We'll plan it
Yes, yes,
properly and schedule everything and do it a good
yes. We'll
weekend.
have our own discovery kind of.
Yes. Sounds very interesting and fun.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So, with that said, we come to the end side of the episode and the series of lockdown stories because we have passed that stage where we say that lockdown has like passed far, far away, at least now as you take
It's
it.
unlock,
Yeah, it's unlocked.
and no one refers to unlock. So
Yeah.
it's everything is free.
Yeah, everything is free. So thank you for being such a nice guest. Lot of good to know stuff that we heard to hear and lot of fascinating stuff. I'm sure which most of our listeners wouldn't have heard. If even if they had heard, we have discussed some of the topics very detailedly, and part of those information will be given in the show notes below. So do subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And for any more, comment down your thoughts, like the video, share the video, spread some love, and any closing notes.
Nothing much. You know, keep doing the good work, Akash. I won't compliment more. It looks like a orders for you, and I think your videos are also getting improved. So just go with the flow. That's all. And yeah, do subscribe, Akar's vlog, like, comment, and spread a word with your friends. And also keep watching for more videos from Akars. And we'll be collaborating soon,
Yes, very, very soon.
very soon.
With that said, time to close this episode. Podcast is available in all the major podcast platforms: Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast from. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcast, do give us a review. Reviewing the podcast will only help find other people find my podcast. So, with that said, time to close this episode. See you very soon. Until then, take care, stay safe, have fun. Always use a face mask. Corona is still out there. Keep a hand sanitizer handy. See you in the next one. Take care.